Hello.
Hello there.
This is Lori.
This is Peter.
And, God, this is Hamilton. I still miss you, Ham. We haven't talked in a while. I got to catch up with the dude. So this is, we're with Action Heroes LA, the subsidiary of Heroes Character Rental Service, with our latest review, this time of the movie.
What is Zola?
Zola. Zola was a movie that was released in 2020, and I've heard some things about it. And we decided this has been an interesting weekend for us to watch movies. We had quite the choice. They're along a similar theme to another movie we're going to review. But Zola is actually based on some tweets that came out.
Yes, that's how
based on
it
a true story. And it's a girl who's a waitress, part-time stripper, and she gets talked into going down to Florida. She meets this other girl stripper, this white girl stripper, who befriends her, and the white girl talks her into taking a road trip down to Florida to strip at a club to make some money.
A whole trip.
Trip.
That's what they called it.
And needless to say, things take a left turn.
Bam!
So you want to go first about Zola?
Okay.
You are.
Well, I didn't know what to think at first. You do have to kind of go with it, but god dang, it's actually a really good movie. It's
an interesting movie. It's a different movie than...
Very different.
It wasn't what I was expecting.
No.
Because of what I've heard from it. Let me say, it's starring Taylor Page, Riley Keough, and remember that name. I'm going to bring up a question. Don't look at it.
Okay.
Nicholas Braun, Coleman Domingo, directed by... What was it?
Miss Bravo.
Miss Bravo. Like I said, the story was based on the tweets. It was co-written by the director and the girl who actually had the experience. Her name was Asia. I'm sorry, Asia King, I think.
Asia King.
Yeah, and Asia Zola King, I think is her name. So this was, and it was because it was based on a true story, and it's kind of filmed more like true life than like a scripted movie would do.
Well, one thing, it's not a studio movie.
No. Well, it's A24. Did A24 release it? Yeah, A24, and they do quite the interesting releases.
And it looked like it was filmed on an iPhone or something like that.
It does look like it was filmed on a cell phone. I meant to look that up to confirm it. But so it kind of going along with the social media theme.
Right.
Having it filmed like on iPhone level quality, and there's some scenes how they're shot, particularly when they're riding down there in the car. It's like, people would be shooting themselves, riding down, taking a trip somewhere. But it takes it's kind of this weekend has been the lesson of like, don't go on road trips with people you just met.
Yes. Man, don't do it.
Not a good idea, y'all. Yeah. So she goes on this road trip and they go to the strip club. They're with two other people, which is the white girl's boyfriend and a black dude I thought that was the boyfriend, but it wasn't. At first. And it turns out that was the white girl's pimp.
Yes.
And so Zola gets kind of wrapped up in it. He's trying to get her to be a prostitute.
She gets wrapped up in some whole shit.
To do some whole shit, yeah. But she don't do that. She don't, she stripped. That's all she do.
Yeah.
But Zola's smart. And she looks at how the pimp is advertising the white girl. I know I would bring up the Riley Keough. You know why I wanted to highlight that name?
What?
You know who she is?
No.
She's Elvis Presley's granddaughter.
Elvis Presley's granddaughter in some whole shit?
She's an actress. She did a good job, though. But you would have never guessed that.
Believed it.
But so she's Riley Keough. she sees how the pimp is advertising her online. She's like, what? Wait a minute. How much you charging? Figures out, she's only charging, what, $150, and she has a great line. She's like, pussy is worth thousands. So she takes some better pictures of her. She hikes her price up. They make a crap ton of money in 3 hours.
Yeah.
And
$8,000.
And oh my God. And just a warning, there's some full frontal nudity in this that's just like not the kind you want. But not the kind you want anyway, but definitely it's like, oh my. Not the people you want.
There's a reason they don't do full frontal nudity in a Hollywood film.
Oh my God. Yeah, those scenes were like, okay.
That's right.
And does that qualify this as a horror movie? Because
I would think so, because I was horrified.
Pretty much, the Johns that are sleeping with Elvis's granddaughter.
Oh, I thought you meant what we were seeing.
What we were seeing? No, I'm just saying that's who got the full.
Oh no, they were Johnsons, I guess. But John's is small as some word.
Oh my God. Why I'm not traumatized? I'm not sure. But anyway, it was a really interesting movie. It was not like I said, a Hollywood story would have been. I mean, Zola was kind of calm and collected through the whole time. She's kept, Hollywood would have dramatized her trauma and stuff like that, but she's a black woman in America. She know how to keep that shit in and kind of like, I just need to get through this and get my ass home. It was, so actually when she makes money, the pimp kind of respects her. Yeah. But he's not letting her go.
You made this much money?
Yeah.
What, you think you can do your job better than me?
No, he does give her some money for her. But I still have a question as to why they tell him they made that much money.
$8,000.
They should have told him, here's your little pittance that you would expect it. They should have pocketed the rest of that shit. Yeah. But anyway, it's kind of, there's all kinds of stuff that happens on this trip to Florida. I mean, going to Florida, that was your first problem right there. Yeah. Sorry, people in Florida, if you watch this, but y'all got some crazy stuff that go on down there. But anyway, so I've been talking a lot. Any other further thoughts about Zola?
The only thing I can say about this movie, it's not your typical movie. No. It's not a clean movie.
Clean in terms of?
Like Hollywood would like to.
Yeah, kind of. It like the story doesn't really follow along into like, okay, this builds up to something and resolves. Yeah. Really, you're just kind of along the ride with Zola, basically.
Yeah, but it does follow something that happened.
It's a linear path. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you said, it was thought of and written. Because it was it was a true story created by somebody posted this on Twitter about, And let me tell you about how I had a falling out with this bitch. Basically. Yeah. What happened, the whole crazy trip. And the thing is, like anything, they go ahead and they they do one part of it where
getting some dings here.
They kind of tell it from their side, how they would tell somebody. Usually when you tell somebody a story that you have, you usually tell it, when you tell it from your way, you're the innocent person. And that's kind of what they've done. And man, I really like that. I really like that movie.
Yeah. It really subverted my expectations. I mean, because I'm used to like how Hollywood would tell this story, and it doesn't do it. It's more of a real life type of thing.
And it's very gritty, and it's very just down to earth. And here's this.
It's it's interesting because, like I said, they don't explore like Zola being traumatized by this whole situation. Right. It's not brought out for the dramatic moments it could be. Or even like all the men this girl, the other girl ends up sleeping with, including having a whole group scene, which they don't show graphically, although I had to dip out on that part. Yeah. I was just thinking, what happened to this girl that she's okay with this type of life? Mm-hmm. But they don't judge or comment or anything about that. This is just telling this tale of what happened one weekend. Yeah. And when just the crazy stuff that happened, and there's
it was almost kind of like, oh, by the way, this happened.
Yeah.
And you got it down and gritty. Nobody was trying to, well, what is this person thinking? Or if this happened, then this person would act in this way.
No commentary on society, which is stuff like I always look for. But, it doesn't need to be. Not everything needs to comment and stuff. And, it was just the story. And this is how these people live. And there's no judgment to it.
Yeah. And it was just, okay, here's what happened.
Here's what happened. And it was crazy. So it's so Zola is on this. What is it? It was it was supposed to be on Hulu, but it's kind of it's
on Showtime.
Yeah, it's actually on Showtime. I don't know if it was on Hulu and I missed the time period when it was available on there, but you can only access it with a Showtime subscription now. Mm-hmm. So it's an interesting, a different type of movie worth checking out. Mm-hmm. Hamilton, if you've seen this, you got to check this movie out, man. Oh, man. We kind of wish you were here for this one and the next one we're going to review. Yeah. So any final words? Just check it out.
You know what? I think this is going to be one of those movies even white people will talk to the screen.
Yeah, it's a definitely... Yeah. Talk to the screen. You want to talk to the screen with this one. This and the other movie we're going to do. So, but yeah, anyway, so we out like... We are out. We are out of Florida.
You got to get out of Florida.
Like Zola after falling out with this crazy white bitch. So, we'll see you guys soon. Leave comments if you've seen the movie, if you have anything to say about it, because we definitely like to know. All right, we out.